From the tiniest particles to the largest galaxies to the very existence of space, time, and life. But how did it all begin? The origin of the universe is the origin of everything. Multiple scientific theories, plus creation myths from around the world, have tried to explain its mysterious genesis. However, the most widely accepted explanation is the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory states that the universe began as a hot and infinitely dense point. Only a few millimeters wide, it was similar to a supercharged black hole. About 13.7 billion years ago, this tiny singularity violently exploded. And it is from this explosion, this bang, that all matter, energy, space, and time were created. What happened next were two major stages of the universe's evolution. Called the radiation and matter eras, they're defined by key events that helped shape the universe. First came the radiation era, named for the dominance of radiation right after the Big Bang. This era is made of smaller stages, called epochs, that occurred within the universe's first tens of thousands of years. The earliest is the Planck epoch. No matter existed in the universe at this time, only energy and the ancestor to the four forces of nature, the superforce. At the end of this stage, however, a key event occurred in which gravity split away from the superforce. Next came the Grand Unification epoch, named for the three remaining unified forces of nature. This epoch ended when one of those forces, called strong or strong nuclear, broke away. Then, the inflationary epoch began, during which the universe rapidly expanded. Almost instantly, it grew from the size of an atom to the size of a grapefruit. The universe at this time was piping hot, and it churned with electrons, quarks, and other particles. Then came the electroweak epoch, when the last two forces, electromagnetic and weak, finally split off. During the next stage, the quark epoch, all of the universe's ingredients were present. However, the universe was still too hot and dense for subatomic particles to form. Then, in the hadron epoch, the universe cooled down enough for quarks to bind together and form protons and neutrons. In the lepton and nuclear epochs, the radiation era's last two stages, the protons and neutrons underwent a significant change. They fused and created nuclei, and in doing so, they created the first chemical element in the universe, helium. The universe's new ability to form elements, the building blocks of matter, cued the matter era. Much as the name suggests, the matter era is defined by the presence and predominance of matter in the universe. It features three epochs that span billions of years, the vast majority of the universe's lifespan, and includes the present day. The first was the atomic epoch. In this stage, the universe's temperature cooled down enough for electrons to attach to nuclei for the first time. Called recombination, this process helped create the universe's second element, hydrogen. This hydrogen, along with helium atoms, dotted the universe with atomic clouds. Within the clouds, small pockets of gas may have had enough gravity to cause atoms to collect. These clusters of atoms, formed during the galactic epoch, became the seedlings of galaxies. Nestled inside those galaxies, stars began to form. And in doing so, they cued the latest and current stage of the universe's development, the stellar epoch. The formation of stars then caused a tremendous ripple effect and helped shape the universe as we know it. Heat within the stars caused the conversion of helium and hydrogen into almost all the remaining elements in the universe. In turn, Those elements became the building blocks for planets, moons, life, everything we see today. This ecosystem of everything was only possible because of the many stages in the universe's development. While countless questions about the origins of our universe remain, it's only a matter of time for some long-sought answers to emerge.
Scientific. I was forced to believe that Big Bang Theory because the theory itself was widely accepted. Theory in how the universe formed or began. And even up to this day, the universe is still expanding.
My lesson for this theory is that I was very shocked because a lot was happened in a short period of time after the explosion. So the radiation era has 8 epochs, and still it was happened in a short period of time.
My thoughts on scientific theory is that the universe was developed by expanding from a hot dense state with everything exploding away from everything else. So the Big Bang Theory is a scientific theory basically about how the universe started or how the universe began. So then the galaxies and stars we see every night was made in a short period of time after the explosion. So we all know that starting from extremely high density and temperature, the space was expanded, the universe cooled, and the simplest element was formed. The simplest element was formed, and then the Big Bang Theory stated that before the universe, the time, the matter, and energy does not exist until a large explosion.
Most religions have a single creation story. Hinduism has many. This is because for Hindus there is no single creation, but periodic cycles of creation. The universe we live in is one of innumerable universes. The story of our universe begins with a vast ocean. A serpent, Anantashesh, floats on its surface. Vishnu is asleep in its coils. A lotus sprouts from his navel. On top sits the four-headed demigod Brahma. At first, Brahma can't tell who he is or what he should do. Vishnu encourages Brahma to create the world from the materials he has provided. After eons of meditation, Brahma hears a sound arising from the depths of the ocean, a humming that increases in volume, the sacred Om. Brahma splits the lotus into 3 parts. One becomes the heavens, another the sky, the third the earth. He creates grass, flowers, trees, birds, fish, and other animals. The world fills with living, breathing things. Regularly, within the cycles of creation, Brahma wants to produce more species or to increase the population of the universe. One time he produced 2 forms, a male and female, and they combined to give birth to sons. Another time he divided in 2, becoming male and female. The female part became a cow, and the male part a bull. They give birth to calves. Then she became a mare, and he became a horse. They have foals. And so the process continued to expand the living world.
And non-scientific theory is my thought about the video I've watched recently is that I'm amazed how powerful their gods is, and that they created the universe through the lotus soul. It was subdivided into 3 different parts. The first one was the heaven, and the second one is the sky, and the third one was the earth, in short, the living things. Thank you.
Non-scientific. I was amazed on Brahma, on how powerful he is as a demigod, and the fact that he wants the universe increases its population. He, he then created two forms, which is the male and female, and then they combined each other to give birth to sons. And he then produces more species to make a living thing.
By watching the non-scientific theory is that I was amazed and it was unbelievable, especially with the existence of Brahma. Moving forward, Brahma subdivided the literals into three parts. The first one was heaven, second was sky, and the third one was the earth. But then, since Brahma wanted to make the universe increases its population, he then he created two forms, which is the male and female. And then he combined each other to give birth to sons. And so on and so forth. He produces more species and produces more species to make Earth a living thing. And overall methods and non-scientific theory was amazing, and I was amazed.